Because what we are saying is totally contrary to everything that's going on in the world. We are asking for a psychological revolution, which means the transformation of the human mind with all its the things that thought has put it there. So we are saying that thought, do what it will, because in itself it is partial, limited, narrow, based on knowledge, and knowledge goes with ignorance. Therefore, thought, whatever it does, may write the most beautiful, romantic heaven, theories of God, theories of what society should be, and so on. Whatever it does, it cannot possibly bring about a radical change. But thought has its own place. You cannot go home without knowing, without thinking. If you're in total amnesia, you'll be lost. So thought has its right place. But thought cannot bring this change. If you once see that and grant it, even intellectually, then what is one to do? You understand my question? Please understand this very deeply, otherwise you will miss the whole point. Man has tried, in the East and in the West, depending on thought, the ancient Greeks, the ancient Hindus, and the ancient Chinese, depending on thought and saying that will help man to change, to bring about a different culture, a different society. And thought has not brought it about. If one actually deeply realizes that fact, not a theory, not something you come to through argument, through opposing opinions, but an actual fact, then next question is, what is the factor that will bring about this change? If thought cannot, what will? Follow. If a good carpenter has an instrument which is useless, he throws it away. But we don't. We keep it. We hope somehow that will operate through some miracle. We don't throw it away, and therefore have the capacity to look in another direction. Because we are frightened that if thought is not the solution for all our problems, including political, religious, economic, if thought is not the solution, and if you say, all right, I'll put thought aside, because thought has its place, then our minds are free of the useless instrument, which has its own place, then it has a capacity to look in other directions. I wonder if you're following all this. I hope you're doing all this, and not merely listening to a lot of words and consider it as, useless and go away. So what is there? if thought is not the instrument of right action, then what is right action? What is the instrument? Right? Are we together in all this? What do you say? Our senses partially make up our whole mind, obvious. But we use our senses partially, right? One or two senses, highly awakened, highly developed. The others are dormant, right? And is it possible to observe with all our senses, not with one or two senses, with all the senses highly observant? Do you understand the question? Which means, is there an observation which is not the instrument of thought? You following this? May I go on with it? Not for your entertainment, but you are doing it with the speaker. We are doing it together, which means you are doing it together with care, with attention, with affection, with love, together. Otherwise, it's meaningless. You accept a lot of words and go away. Just be ashes in your hands. So, is there an observation, not partial, but with all the senses observe? Which means, is there an observation without the past? Senses have no past, they're acting. You understand this? This marvel, I'm discovering something myself. The senses are responding according to every challenge. And the senses, when they are functioning completely, there's pure observation. Isn't it? I wonder if you see this. And that observation is not induced by thought. Right? In that observation, there is no center from which to observe. There is only observation, pure and simple, without all the pressure and the volume of the past.